I mean, if we're really being honest, it's just another day, okay? And if you have not started this year with the proper routines you need to reduce the burnout, you're prone to experience that. Hi guys, welcome to Bree's Yakety-Yak, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also hit that notification button so that you will know every time I post a video. Let's get to it. Alright, today we're going to be talking about self-care in 2024. I'm going to go ahead and put those tips in place so that we know how to take more control of our lives and reduce the stress that comes with not having a good self-care plan. Burnout. Have you all experienced that? Because baby, let me tell you something. I know I have experienced that. And guess what? Just because it's a new year, that does not mean you will not experience burnout. I mean, if we're really being honest, it's just another day, okay? And if you have not started this year with the proper routines you need to reduce the burnout, you're prone to experience that. A self-care routine is something that you want to implement repetitively so that it will just help improve your overall quality of life. Some of these tools you may be able to use, some of them you may not be able to use. Let's get started. So the first one is establishing a morning routine. Baby, I'm talking to myself right now because I am the one that has about 7 alarms on my cell phone.
What?
Y'all, this is ridiculous. I mean, I have to set a minimum of 3 alarms in order for me to get up in the morning. Because if my first alarm go off, I am not about to get up. I'm not a morning person. So therefore, I don't want to get up. But by that 3rd alarm, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time. I done got my extra sleep. Let's get up. However, 2024, let's face it, I want to change that. I will say there was a period of time I was a 5:30 a.m. girly. I would get up, go to the gym, and then start my routine. And I will say I felt like I had more time during the day, but guess what? Procrastination, which I talked about in my last video, that's what I suffer from. However, as long as I stay consistent and I have y'all to hold me accountable, I can definitely achieve this goal. So our first one, again, is establishing a morning routine. So with this morning routine, I want us to do some mindfulness. And what this looks like for me is I may say, hey Alexa, play some classical music. And I'm just meditating. I'm thinking about my happy place, just something that overall calms me. I don't necessarily want to think about the task that I have to complete that day because sometimes that can be overwhelming and cause you to be like, you know what, I don't want to do this. But I just want to think about just use your imagination as you're meditating. Just use your imagination and imagine anything you want to. That right there just gives your brain a break from thinking about the day-to-day things that we go through and also able to use your imagination to escape reality. That's always the goal. Tip number 2, y'all, we're about to be doing digital detoxes. Now, how are we going to do this if we're in the world of content creating and making sure that we are being seen, we're getting the followers, the likes? How are we going to be able to digitally detox? Y'all, it's doable. First things first, is if you have an iPhone, and I'm sure Samsung and Android has it too, but we can implement screen time. Screen time is when you give yourself a maximum amount of hours that you will spend on any type of social media apps, or you could just do your internet, phone, all of that. There's a certain amount of time you are allotted. And when you have reached that screen time for the day, it will completely close down all of those apps and you will not even receive the notifications. Why is this important? Why would I want to do that? Because we need to pull away from the digital and maybe pour ourselves out into some books or completing a drawing or crocheting or gardening or becoming a plant parent. There are so many skills that can be implemented without doing this. because that's what I do too. And being honest, I love scrolling on my phone. I'm not gonna say I love scrolling on my phone, but I have gotten used to scrolling on my phone. So if there's some free time that I have, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to scroll on my phone. But y'all, I want to introduce you all to digital detox. If you all can make this change with me, I wonder where we will be 3 months from now. Tip number 3 is gratitude practice. When is the last time you've taken some time to just be thankful? Thankful for everything. Me, myself, sometimes I utilize that in my prayer. Just thanking God for the different things that He has blessed me with. And not only things that He's blessed me with, but just things that are to come. Or just people that are in my life. That is when I take out time to be grateful for what I have. So with that, it just makes me realize, like, Brianna, you have all these wants, but do you realize where you are right now? And then also with that, you can reflect on years ago. Years ago, I was like, you know what? I want my own apartment. Guess what I am now? My own apartment. But if I continue in the mindset of, oh, I want a house, I gotta get a house, I gotta get a house, I forget that this very thing that I am in right now is what I essentially prayed for. So I feel like gratitude, and we all just taking some time out to just be thankful and grateful, that will help us be more present. And as a clinician, that is one thing that I always tell my clients is being present, being in the moment, and that will help us slow down and not feel like we are fast paced and just going and can't keep up. It just brings us back to one. And our 4th tip for today is journaling. Y'all, this is my absolute favorite thing to do, is journaling. Now, mind you, I do not journal every day. I do not. There are some days where I feel like, you know what, let me just say today was a good day in my journal. But for the most part, there are 365 days in a year. It's not realistic for us to journal every day. But if you do it, kudos to you. I just don't have the time to do it. But there are some times I try to take at least 2 days a week or 1 day a week that I want to just sit and reflect. But baby, let me tell you something. When something go down and it hurt me or it ticked me off, baby, I'm getting that pencil and going in on that journal, because I want to reflect on what am I feeling in the moment. That is the importance of journaling too, so that you can see the feelings and emotions and just your overall experience of what could have triggered you or what could have made you happy, so that you can be there. Because we try to keep so much here in our mind, but y'all, the mind is a powerful thing. Some of those thoughts, free up your brain, put it on some paper. That way you can really say, you know what, I forgot about that. Versus, and you have a thought and you be like, girl, I ain't thinking about that no more. But because I brought it up and you thought about it, guess what? That is a trigger. And you best believe you're going to be probably pondering on that thought. So free up your mind and put it in a journal. Okay? So I thank you all for stopping in with me. I hope these tips are helpful. If they are, just leave me a comment and let me know what you have applied or what you didn't apply, or if you have a suggestion to add more. Again, my name is Brianna. This is Bree's Yakety-Yak. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button for every time I post a video. Love y'all. See y'all soon.